away we go. So go ahead and find your feet parallel and just look down. Some of us have a tendency to have our feet out or pigeon-toed. And let me see if I can get off the super creaky part of my floor. Bring the feet to parallel, and they could be a little bit wider, and that's okay. And we're just going to get a nice connection with the feet in the ground. So you can rock back and forth. I'm going to turn on my actually my mic now and see if maybe you can get a little bit clearer sound. Okay. So now that the mic is on, we're going to rock back and forth on the feet. And then start to build your stance from the ground up. So lift all 10 toes and settle them back down. And you can shift your weight left and right, forward and back. Have a little bend in the knees and let the chin drop down. So just be aware of the space around you because we're going to be moving to the left and to the right just to build some energy in the body. So go ahead and shake the arms out and make some neck rolls. So the feet firmly planted on the ground. We're just going to let the arms kind of dangle and just start to swing back and forth. So right and left. I'm going to swing the arms. And you can have the eyes closed if you'd like. And it looks kind of strange. We're going to get a little bit more active in the arms here in a moment. So now once you have that kind of twist in the chest, you can see the knees are slightly bending. Then we're going to start to draw the arms across and give a little pat onto the shoulder. And if you wanted to, you could guide the eyes behind you as well. So just getting a little afternoon warm up, bringing heat directly into the body. Twisting, have a little bounce in the knees, and you might be going a little bit more slowly or more quickly than I am. So go at your own pace, and then see if you can bring some breath awareness into this. So we'll try and inhale to the left and exhale to the right. Like a little pump. Get some swaying. Only going so far that it feels like it's a nice stretch and opening across the chest, not like the arms are flying out of control. Keep going. Getting a little bit more mindful about the movement once you started to warm up the spine. We'll go for about 5 more. Last one. And then slowly you can let the eyes close, let the arms come back. Maybe feeling a little bit dizzy, and that's okay. Keep the feet planted. If you're very dizzy, you can lift up the heels and kind of knock back down onto the heels. Helps to recalibrate your vestibular system. And then we'll keep the heels planted, and now we're going to go up and down. So again, a little slight bend in the knees. We're going to raise the arms up, inhale, and exhale, pour down. Inhale up and exhale down. Keep that bend in the knees. Go for about 5 more. Last one. And inhale up again. If you're feeling a little dizzy, use that stancer's trick. And then we're going to inhale the arms up. Let the right arm come down and keep lifting up through the left side waist. And a couple of pumps here. And slide the lower hand up and down the leg as we're reaching up and off to your right. And inhale up and switch sides. These little pumps, getting some movement along the sideways. And then we're going to go back to that first side again. Reaching up out of the side waist. And back to your left. And back to center. Just pause here and draw circles with the nose in one direction. Switch directions with the nose circles. And pause. We're going to go across the body. So take your left arm and reach up. Inhale and exhale. You're going to twist palm faces forward. Inhale, open, and exhale. We're just going to go on one side. So we're using some of those similarities of bending the knees and a little bit of sway going across the body. Twisting through the arm. Again, you can go a little bit more slowly. So inhale, reach, and exhale, curl in. So just be aware that on this round, we're inhaling, opening, and exhale, come across. 2 or 3 more. Okay, good twist across the body. And then let that left arm come down. We'll do the same thing on the right side. Start slow so you get a good motion and pattern going with the breath. You may notice that one side feels a little bit smoother or pliable than the other side. And that's okay. Just maybe slow down. Notice where those spaces are where it feels a little bit more sticky. And we're twisting through the whole shoulder. Okay, and then let the arm come down. Okay, so we've been having our feet stuck to the ground, and now we're gonna come up onto the tippy toes. So just start here by a couple of heel lifts, little heel taps. We're getting used to coming up on the toes. If you feel really kind of out of sorts and out of balance today, then go ahead and step to a wall. Or just take a couple more of these, kind of pumping up through the heel. And then we're going to come up and start to squeeze those inner thighs and inner arches of the feet together and come a little bit higher onto the tippy toes. And then we're going to roll back down. Rock back onto the heel, lift the toes, and then lift, squeeze the inner thighs and come up. So the more that you're engaging in the inner thighs and drawing the inner arches of the feet together, the more stability you're going to have. So I always do this as soon as there's a balance. I look at myself on the screen, look off to the side, make sure that you're looking at somewhere that doesn't move so that you can really keep your focus as you lift and lower. Okay, so we're going to add in some arms. Next time you come up, reach the arms up, lift the heels, and then exhale, come down. Inhale up. Exhale, rock back, lift the toes, arms come down. Start to reach those toes forward and up. So we're getting as much space between the toes as you can when you rock back. Okay. This time we're going to inhale up. Pause at the top, and then take the arms out to the side and twist one way, trying to look behind you. Keep squeezing those inner thighs. Lift, lift the navel. Twist the other direction. Keep squeezing those inner thighs. Back to center, raise the arms above the head, and exhale. rock back. We're gonna do that 4 more times. Inhale up. Twist one way. Exhale. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist the other direction. Inhale, center. And exhale, come down, rock onto the heels. 3 more. Inhale up. Getting a little bit more quick. Exhale, side. Inhale, up. Exhale, twist. Inhale and exhale, rock back. 2 more. Maybe already starting to feel a little work happening in the calves. Rock back, last one. Up, twist, and twist, and down. Great. So go ahead and lift the feet, maybe shake the legs out. And then you're just gonna step 1 foot behind you, point the toe, and roll through the ankle. So we're trying to roll on top of the foot. I'll go slowly and say, try and get on top of the foot, to the side, to the inside, making big circles. And then switch directions. And finding somewhere to look at that doesn't move for balance. Switch sides. Good blood flow through the foot and the ankle before we start getting into all of our inversions and everything. Switch directions if you haven't already. And then back to center. Okay, so we're gonna lift and go across the body again. This time, like I said before, we were inhale, opening, coming up. This time we're going to exhale, lift the left arm up, lift the right leg, and then inhale, come across the body and tap. Exhale, extend, either tap the foot or keep the leg lifted as you reach behind you, and inhale, tap. Exhale, extend, inhale, tap. We're curling in slightly, trying to get lots of space in the back. And I'm going pretty slowly. If you're finding that going this slow is harder, then maybe go a little bit faster, but trying to keep this intentional movement across the body. 2 more this side. Last one. And then back to center. Shake it out. Second side. We could start with the extension, that exhale, inhale, draw everything in. Tap, exhale, reach. Trying to look for the hand. As you exhale, look behind you, getting twist in the neck. Couple more. Last one. And bring the arm down, the legs down. And again, shake everything out. So the next thing that we're going to do is leg swings. You may want to move to the side. Just make sure again that you've got enough space around you. And usually I like to do this with, like when I'm hiking, I'll find a rock or boulder to step on so that my opposite leg has a little bit of more swing to it, but you can do it just fine here. So we're just gonna swing the leg back and forth and try and kick yourself, getting into that squeaky spot in the bottom when the leg comes back. And the arms will naturally kind of travel back and forth. Remember that reach with the standing leg toes pressing down into the floor. 2 more. And then pause, and we'll switch sides, switch directions. If you'd like to turn, that's great. So we're trying to kick yourself in the bottom as the leg comes back. Couple more. And then come on down. Great, so we've moved through the major joints, gotten some blood flow going. And now we're gonna roll down, so you can start at the back of your mat. Roll down into a forward fold. And just pedal the hips back and forth. Maybe we make some circles at the nose, one way and the other. And find that parallel with the feet again. And the feet could be a little bit wider than the hips if you'd like. You're going to crawl out to your downward facing dog. We're pressing the ground away, soft bend in the knees, perhaps pedaling the heels. And we'll stay here for 5 breaths. Big inhale, filling up the back side of the body. Exhale, soften, pressing the chest to the thighs. Lifting the navel in the exhale. Releasing the jaw from the skull so there's a little bit of space and we're not clenching in the face. And then this time on your exhale, you can rock forward and drop down onto the knees. Crawl the hands forward slightly. We're just going to shift our weight left and right. Looking behind you, get some space in the side waist. And then go ahead and step that right foot back. We're going to shift our weight back and forth. Pressing into the top of the left foot, roll to the inside of the right foot for a modified side plank. Press down into the left hand and peel the chest open. You can slide that left foot off of the mat if you'd like as we tuck the tailbone back and forth, getting the left hip over the left knee. I'm going to draw some big circles with the arm in one direction, finding a lengthening along the sideways. Switch directions. And then we'll rock back forward to all fours. Inhale, press into the back, send the hips back. Exhale, rock forward. Inhale back. Exhale forward. 2 more. This time we'll step the left foot back, shift your weight. Press into the top of the right foot as you roll into the left foot. Push down to lift up through the sideways, tuck the tailbone back and forth, finding the hip over the knee. Draw big circles with the left arm. Pushing into the knife edge of the left foot, big circles, other direction. And then roll back to all fours. This time we're going to inhale, come forward, and exhale, press back. Last one. Finding your all fours. Extend the right leg, lift the right leg up. Point the toe, bend the knee, draw big circles with the knee in one direction. Switch directions. And step the right foot forward. We'll slide the hands up to the hips, tuck the tailbone back and forth a couple of times, and then inhale both arms up. On your next exhale, come forward, left hand down, twisting, low lunge. Press the left hand to the floor, reach up through the right arm. Look down and up to see the shoulders are about in one line. And then we're going to push into the top of the left foot as you heel, toe, or swing the right foot around, finding modified side plank. Lifting the right leg up if you'd like. Big inhale and then exhale back down to all fours. Inhale, press back, exhale forward. Inhale back, exhale forward. 2 more. And then all fours, step the left foot back, shift your weight back and forth. Push into the top of the right foot. Lift the left leg, bend the knee, draw your big circles. Switch directions. And we'll step the left foot forward, low lunge. Inhale, come up. Maybe hands to the hips so you can tip the tailbone back and forth, getting the alignment of the hip over the knee. And then we'll fold forward, plant the right hand, lunge, twist, open up to your left. Make some big circles. And then press down into the floor, reach up, reaching those fingertips towards the sky. We'll continue to press into the right shin as you swing the left leg around. Modified side plank. Keep that tailbone tucked. You could even take the hand to the low back and assist the hips forward slightly. Maybe raise the left leg. And then roll back to center. Cat-cow, inhale forward, exhale, press back. Waving through the spine. Last one. From your all fours, we're going to step the right foot back. And listen here, we're going to slide the left knee forward slightly. And then heel toe the left leg out to the side as you drop down onto the hip. So it's not pigeon, that's a little bit lower. I'm going to demonstrate that again. Step the right foot back, press so that you're almost in plank as you slide the left knee forward and extend out to the knife edge of the left foot. Drop down to the floor. And then you're going to crawl yourself forward. So it's a hip opener, but the legs are more like an L shape than if you had the leg fully forward. And that right heel up towards the ceiling. Down onto the forearms, and I'll just nod the head a couple of times, maybe look left and right. So we're going to be coming back to this position a couple times. Keep reaching out, and if that left knee is bent slightly on the first round, that's okay. We're going for extended legs. Okay, to get out of this, you're going to walk the hands back, lift yourself up, step to plank pose, and then lift the hips, downward facing dog. 3 breaths, downward facing dog. Jaw away from the skull, maybe pedaling the heels. And then drop back down on top of the knees. Little cat-cow or swinging the hips left and right to find your all fours that's most comfortable. We're going to extend the left foot, slide the right knee forward, and extend out through that right leg. Drop down onto the hip, and then keeping the hips twisted, crawl out till you're on your forearms. And a little movement here is just fine. Tuck the tailbone. 2 more breaths. If the left heel can reach up towards the ceiling, great. Again, if you find some bend in the knees, that's okay too. You walk the hands back, press into the floor, finding your plank pose, and then lift the hips, downward facing dog. 3 breaths. Remember to grip with the fingertips, perhaps turn the hands at a 45-degree angle. And then we're going to walk the hands and feet together, forward fold somewhere on your mat. Let the upper body hang. Maybe draw some circles with the nose in one direction and then the other. And we'll take the hands to the legs, slide the hands up the legs, and move into a stand somewhere on the mat. So we'll be maybe right in the middle, and that's okay. As we inhale the arms up, and then this time we're going to exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together, bring the arms to cactus shape. Just pause here for a moment, getting that nice big stretch along the abdomen. Soften through the knees, and we're going to forward fold. Squeeze the inner thighs towards one another. Squeeze the forearms like you're closing a book. Inhale, open, and exhale, lift the navel, fold. Open and fold a few more times, just getting that motion back in the spine. Last one. Now inhale up and exhale, forward fold, stepping back to downward facing dog. From your downward facing dog, roll forward to your plank pose. Press into the soles of the feet, press the hips back, and press the floor away. We'll drop down onto the knees, or if you'd like to, just release the whole body to the floor. And then take the hands back out to their cactus shape. Press into the floor with the palms, and inhale, peel the chest up. And exhale, come down. Inhale up, and exhale down. So rather than the arms moving back and forth, now we're pressing the ground away and lifting the chest up. One more. Come on down. Slide the hands to either side of the side waist. Tuck the elbows back as you curl the toes under. And we'll move to plank. Lift the hips, downward facing dog. So we're layering in here. We're going to deeply bend the right knee and raise the right leg up. Point the toe, bend the knee, and stack the hips for scorpion dog. Keep pressing the ground away as you sink the left heel towards the floor. And then we're going to roll the right knee towards the face, except instead of stepping forward, we're going to extend out just like we did earlier when we were on our knees, so that we're pressing into the knife edge of the right foot. You can rock back and forth a couple of times. And then we'll step back to downward facing dog. Second side, deeply bend the left knee, raise the left leg up, point the toe, bend the knee, stack the hips. Scorpion dog. And then roll forward and send the left leg underneath the gate of the right arm, the knife edge of the opposite foot, and you can rock back and forth. Step back to downward facing dog. Roll forward to plank. Big inhale and then exhale to the floor. Maybe take the hands wide again, if you'd like to, as you inhale. Lift the chest to your back bend. Exhale, come down. Back through plank or to the knees and downward facing dog. 3 breaths. From here, travel the feet to the hands for a forward fold at the top of your mat. Allow the upper body to hang. Shift your weight back and forth. Planting the soles of the feet, lift all 10 toes, reach them forward. Slide the hands up the legs as you roll to stand at the top of your mat. Once you're up, Shoulder blades rolling backwards and then forwards. We're going to put all this into a little bit of a flow series. Start with the hands at the heart center, pressing the thumbs to the sternum and opening up across the collarbones as if you had your hands pressing back in cactus. And then we'll inhale, raise the arms up. Bring the left arm down, reach off to the left, exhale. Inhale, center. Exhale, off to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, back bend here. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, or the hands could be down, whatever works best for you. Lift the navel and forward fold. Inhale to your halfway lift. Exhale, fold, step the right foot way back. Drop down on top of the right knee as you inhale up, low lunge. Exhaling, coming forward, plant the right hand, spiral the left arm up, twist. From here, swing that left leg around for modified side plank. So you can take the right foot off. And then we'll raise the left leg if that's accessible. If it's also accessible, you're going to bend the knee and capture the top of the foot, kicking the foot into the hand and the hand into the foot for a little twist here. And we'll pause for 3, 2, pressing the foot into the hand, hand into the foot, 1, and unwind yourself. We're going to extend out through that left leg, curl the right toes under, and lift up to three-legged dog. Send the left knee underneath the gate of the right arm. So we're back at our twist here. This time, we're going to drop down, come forward, drop the hips to the floor where we were before, and crawl the hands forward into a little Sphinx pose. Big inhale, find a back bend. Listen here. We're going to roll. So I'm going to be facing away from you. We're going to roll and lift up so that you're in a wide leg forward fold. Facing the back corner of the mat. Take 3 breaths. And then we'll walk the hands back around. Plant the hands, curl the toes under, step back to plank. Inhale and plank. Exhale to the floor. Inhale into your back bend of choice, and exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths. I know it's a little bit more complicated of a series. We're going to do it two rounds. So go ahead and travel the feet to the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, squeeze those inner thighs together as you press to stand. Up and off to your right. Reach, reach, reach the side waist. Inhale, up and off to the left. Inhale up, exhale, back bend, planting the feet, lifting the torso. Next inhale, raise the arms above the head, and on your exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold, step the left foot way back. Left knee down. Inhale up, low lunge. Come forward, plant the left hand, spiral the right arm up, twist. We're moving to modified side plank on this side, so you might want to take the left foot off to the side as you swing the right leg around. Keep lifting up through the right side waist, maybe float the right leg, perhaps capture the top of the foot as you press the foot into the hand and the hand into the foot and twist for 3, 2, 1. We're going to roll forward, curl the left toes under, and reach the right leg up. 3-legged dog. Bend the knee, drive the right knee underneath the gate of the left arm. So here we are in this twisted leg. Rolling forward to plank. Drop the hips down. Curl the forearms forward. Staying with the torso twist. And then we're going to shift our weight, walk the hands up as you open the legs. Forward fold between the legs. Keep reaching the sternum forward. Toes and knees face the ceiling. Walk the hands back. We'll roll back onto that right hip. Press the floor away as you step back to plank. Inhale. Exhale to the floor. Inhale to a back bend. And then lift the navel, shift the hips, downward facing dog. 3 breaths. Let the head hang. Travel the feet to the hands, forward fold, top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, press the floor away as you rise. And then drop the hands back to heart center. So we're going to do the same series for a second round. Maybe a little bit more quickly. From the top of the mat. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale off to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale to the right. Inhale, center, and exhale, back bend. Inhale, lift and forward fold. Halfway lift, and step the right foot way back. Right knee down. Inhale up, low lunge. Exhale, come forward, plant the right hand, spiral the left arm up, twist. Swing or heel toe the right foot around, left foot around as you lift into modified side plank. Capture the top of the foot, press the floor away as you back bend. We're going to unwind, plant the hands, curl the right toes under and lift the left leg up, 3-legged dog. Send the left leg underneath the gate of the right arm as you shift forward. Inhale into a back bend. So you could be on the floor. And then we're going to roll open, forward fold. 2 breaths here. Unroll yourself, curling the toes under, press the ground away as you step back, plank. Chaturanga Dandasana or halfway. Back bend of choice, downward facing dog. Take a big inhale and exhale. And then travel the feet to the hands, forward fold, top of the mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Press yourself up to standing, and then we'll come up and off to the right. Center, left, center, back bend. Inhale, rise, and exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Folding, step the left foot way back, left knee down. Inhale up, low lunge. Fold forward, plant the left hand and spiral twist. Swing the right leg around, lift, capturing the top of the foot if that's available. As you open the chest, pressing the foot into the hand and the hand into the foot. On your next exhale, plant the right hand, curl the left toes under, lift up, 3-legged dog. Bend the right knee, send it underneath the gate of the left arm. Shift your weight forward and drop down onto the hip. So you could stay upright or crawl forward. We're just here for a breath. And then roll yourself open. Both sits bones, reach forward between the legs. 2 breaths. Unwind yourself. Step back to plank. Chaturanga Dandasana. Back bend. Downward facing dog. 1 breath. And the feet to the hands. Forward fold. Big inhale, halfway lift. Exhale down. And inhale to rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. So just pause for a moment after we've gone through that 2 times. Now we're going to travel back to all fours. Walk the hands back so that you're seated on tops of the heels. And now's when we would get our, you have something for the knees. And then your strap if you want to use it. You don't have to use it. If you're using a strap, just make a nice big loop where your foot is going to go through. But you'll have a good tail here. If you have blocks, you can always use blocks for assistance as well as we step forward. But if you don't have the blocks, that's okay. So here's how this is going to work. We're going to bring the knees onto your padding, bend the left knee, and take the strap around the left foot with a nice long tail. Step the right foot forward and draw the left heel towards the hip. So what you're going to need to do is when you bend the knee, you're going to need to slide forward slightly on the skin of the knee so you're in front of the patella. And then we're going to pick up this strap and take it above the head. So maybe over the shoulder as we start to sink down and draw the heel to the hip. And there's a lot of play that can happen here. So as you can see, I'm kind of shifting, pressing my weight forward and back as I get a really big stretch onto the thigh. So I'm just rocking back and forth. So I've got some motion happening and some movement allowing for the fibers and the muscles to start to expand, get some more length. We'll stay for another moment. And then go ahead and release the strap if you had it. So if you didn't have the strap, you could have the hand to the foot if that was accessible. And from here, we're going to curl those left toes under, shift your weight back, and let the head hang. We're going to do this twice. So this is the first kind of version here with the left knee on the ground. Again, pulsing the hips back a few times, allowing the back to round. And we want the front toes really passive instead of flexing. Nice and passive to get a stretch along the top of the foot. And then go ahead, plant the hands forward as you swing the right leg around. And we'll switch sides. So you know where we're going if you need to make any modifications or get any extra props. We'll step the left foot forward. Slide forward of that right kneecap as you draw the heel to the hip. Come on up. Maybe use your strap over the shoulder as we pulse it out, at least 10 times. Even with me staring at my little frog here, I still fell over. And we'll keep pulsing. Long tailbone, or you're holding on to the foot. And we'll drop that right foot down, curl the toes under, shift your weight back and let the head hang. And little pulses. Just reach the sits bones back rather than trying to get the hip to the heel. It's more of an extension along the spine. And we'll plant the hands to the inside of the left foot, swing the left leg around, and you can release the strap from the foot. Shift your weight back and forth. So if you enjoyed using the strap, then go ahead and use it for this next round. Or if you feel ready to hold on to the foot, we're going to start in downward facing dog. Sink the heels back. And we'll step the right foot forward, left knee down. Bend the left knee, capture the top of the foot, and then tuck the tailbone. So we're trying to get, again, the hip over the knee as much as you can. Maybe pressing or making more room. And if you'd like to, you can reach that right arm up and start to tuck the tailbone back and forth. And then we'll release the left foot down. So we've maybe gone about 5 pulses. Either just shift your weight back, or we're going to plant the hands, float the left knee, and shift the weight back. So this will get a little bit deeper stretch on the back of the thigh. Come back forward, and listen here, we're going to drop the left foot down at a 45-degree angle. Walk both hands to the inside of the right foot and peel yourself open for side angle pose. Keep pressing down into the feet, and go ahead and lift the torso, moving into your warrior two. Squeeze the inner thighs together and reverse your warrior. So an option for a balance after this, if you'd like to, you can come forward, reach forward, and either move back to side angle, or you'll come forward, reach forward, plant the right hand, shift your weight to the right foot, and lift up back into a half moon pose. And if you enjoyed capturing the foot, you can see I'm staring at the floor so I don't fall over. You can capture the top of the foot and find that deeper back bend. This is where blocks sometimes are helpful. Allow yourself a moment to play here. And then soften through that right knee, and we'll step, unwind the way that you came in, step the left foot back, rotate, and downward facing dog. Maybe twist, whatever you need to do. This time we'll step the left foot forward, right knee down, capture the right foot or use your strap as you lift up. Tuck the tailbone back and forth, maybe raise the left arm up. So I'm heel toeing my left leg a little bit wider because my hips are rather weirdly rotated today. So I just want to give myself a little bit more space. And then we'll drop that right foot down, toes are curled under. Maybe just shift the hips back or float the right knee as you reach the hips back. Weight comes back forward to the left foot, drop the right heel down, both hands to the inside of the left leg, open up side angle pose. Heel toeing the feet around so that you've got good connection with the soles of the feet, and you can lift the toes. And then as the tailbone tucks, we'll just lift the torso and reverse your warrior. Good stretch along the side waist. Reach forward and maybe back to side angle, or you want to keep reaching, planting the left hand and transferring your weight. Finding a balance. Perhaps heel to the hip, capturing the top of the foot again. And opening the chest. Take a moment. Maybe you want to lift the left hand up or look up and down. And then we'll unwind, step back to downward facing dog. And from here, just drop the knees down, Reach the hips back and move into a child's pose for a moment. Let the forehead be nice and loose, look left and right. We'll walk the hands up. If you have a blanket, move it off to the side. Swing the legs around. Plant the feet, tuck the tailbone. And here we are finally on our backs. Go ahead and heel toe the feet wide. Let the knees drift right and left. And if you'd like two soles of the feet together, knees apart, you could hug the knees into the chest and capture the outside edges of the feet. So finding a way to release the low back, maybe it's happy baby instead. Flexing the feet to the ceiling, rolling back and forth. Or knees together, making big circles. So take your time here discovering what's best for your body right now. Lots of options. And then when you feel ready, creating a neutral body, the legs extended, the knees bent is better. And if you're close to a wall, now's a great time to move and have legs up the wall. Or you could be for as long as you'd like. I realize that I can't do that because I've got my funny plant life cycle going there. So creating your neutral resting body. And once you've found what works best for you right now, we'll just count 10 breaths together in Shavasana. Watching the breath as you inhale and exhale. Slowing down those inhales and exhales. Telling your body it's time to just rest. Five more breaths. Feel free to stay just as you are for as long as you would like, or shifting to seated meditation if that's better for you. We'll close class by sliding the heels towards the hips, and we'll end on the floor because we started standing. Just let the hands drop down onto the chest or the belly, feeling that connection of the breath. Take a moment to thank yourself for coming to a little practice, for finding new creative ways to move in the body. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you oh so very much for joining me.